Hello you guys, I'm going to be making some good kunafa today. And I'm going to be using this brand. You can use any kind of shredded filo dough. You don't have to use this one. So, taking it out the package, here it is. What I like to do is once I take it out, I like to pull it apart with my fingers and cut as I go. So pull and cut. Make sure that none of it is sticking together. You don't want to cut it too small, just kind of cut it. Some people put it in the blender. You can do what makes you happy. I like to just do it by hand. Also, don't use it while it's frozen. Make sure that it's been thawing way before. Mine has actually been sitting out the fridge since the morning. So once you've fluffed it apart and it's nice and separated, you can go ahead and add your knafa coloring. So I will use about a teaspoon. And if I want more color, I'll just add more. So I think I'm going to add 2 teaspoons, 2 small teaspoons. So 2 teaspoons of coloring. And I'm going to add, this is the butter I have left. So this is about 4 tablespoons of butter. So I'm just going to add that all in. Just blend it all together until you get a nice orangey color. So into this large bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and make my cheese. Over here I have some fresh homemade cheese which I made earlier today. So I'm gonna be grating this into here. Make it really nice and small. And I also have some mozzarella cheese. There's that. And I'm going to be using half of it. So I'm going to be using half a stick of mozzarella cheese and grating that as well. Cheese nice and grated. And then your knafa is almost done. So in the very bottom of my knafa tray, I'm going to be putting some butter. I'm not going to add too much, just enough. Just kind of coat it on the bottom. And I'm going to be adding some of my knafa coloring, a little bit more on the very bottom. Just mix that in. And now you take your knafa, your filo dough, put that in the bottom, and you press it really good. So I like to take another tray or whatever that you have sitting and just press it as hard as you can. Make sure that it goes evenly everywhere. Because this is not even in the middle, I'm going to take my hand and just press it down. And once you've got all the sides pressed down, you add in your cheese that we grated earlier. Be very careful not to get it too close to the edges, because when the edges burn, the cheese will burn and it just won't look so pretty. So try to get close to the edge, but don't get too close. And once you've layered your cheese, press it down lightly, and then you layer another layer of your dough. And now you just press it down again. Make sure it goes in evenly. And this is ready to cook. So my personal favorite way of cooking this is on my grill, right here. If you don't have a grill, just make sure you do it on your stove, but keep turning it. Make sure you keep turning it every few minutes. This is ready. I'm gonna cook it on one side for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and flip it and cook it on the other side. So one of the ways I check that it's getting done is I look at the sides, and if they do come up like this, then I know this is done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn mine upside down. I buttered my second pan on the bottom, and you just go ahead and flip this upside down. And you cook it on the other side. See how beautiful that looks? It has a perfect color to it. So I'm going to let this cook for about 3 more minutes. Only 3 minutes. So this has been about 3 minutes now. And my knafa is all done. So I'm gonna take it off, flip it into my bowl, my dish. And I cooked the other side on purpose a little bit less, just because I want it to be nice and soft. Can you see how pretty that is? It's a beautiful color. So now I'm gonna pour my gatar on top, cut this and serve it. Also, if you have some pistachios sitting around, you can grind them and add them to the top and it will look so pretty. I don't have any, so I'm just gonna go with the way it is. You pour the gatar on top and it tastes wonderful. Also, if you want my homemade recipe for the cheese, I'll link it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Please don't forget